Hello again, this is Atlas Leaf, also known as Doc, and we're exploring the Spirit Temple. Now, when we last left off in the last chapter, we had unlocked this shortcut, allowing us to bypass the two twin halves of the Spirit Temple in which we've used to access this central room before. And now I think it's time for us to continue on the adult side, and then up the temple proper. Such a cool central room to keep looping back into. I've heard some various theories about the goddess of the sands. Some people have thought that maybe this is Din, one of the three goddesses who settled Hyrule, depicted here alone in the desert, being the goddess of power, and seeming to have potentially some connection to Ganondorf, where Ferror seems to have a connection to the forest, and Naru seems to have a connection to perhaps the Zoras with the triad of colors. But I'm not quite so sure about that. The desert always feels so different from Hyrule proper. Like this is its own pantheon. And it's curious, the statue has a sword, what looks like a sword sheathed behind the goddess. And the snake symbolism, which you don't really see snakes associated with any of the golden goddesses. But like so many other things, we have questions, but we don't have answers. So I suppose it's time to meander forward. Remove this Beamos. Watch out for its searching beam. I bet it doesn't like smoke to get in its eye. Oh, come on. There we go. Just barely couldn't reach that pot. I'm running a little low on arrows. I just put away my bombs. Ah, Anubis. Anubis. It's vulnerable to fire. What a curious enemy. And there's two of them. Three of them. And they mimic my movements. Spitting fire when I attack. But just like before, we can see that with clever movement, we can turn their mimicry against them. If I'm quick enough. Or I can use another source of fire. It seems such a shame to put to rest such a very fascinating enemy. And Navi turned green, showing us there was a secret here, in this case, a block out of time. So I heard an interesting theory about these blocks of time. And the theory was that when we play the Song of Time, we're not making a block appear or disappear, we're actually sending it back or forward 7 years in time. So we can see up this way, we're getting close to where we saw the Iron Knuckle that we attacked in the other side of this, in the side of the temple. No clear way forward. And these buddies are unfriendly. Perhaps we can still persuade one to help us. And hold open the door for us. And here we can see chests on our map, but none in sight. But the lens of truth will let us see how things actually are. And we'll snag 2 recovery hearts. And here we are, on the other side of this symmetrical temple. It's time for us to poke another bear. An Iron Knuckle. Watch out for its axe attack. It hurts a lot. Strike when it drops its guard. Oh, he got me. 4 hearts of damage. What an imposing enemy. Such a fun fight. That one got me twice. That armor looks so bulky and heavy to wear. So on the other hand, was guarding the silver gauntlets as a treasure within but the Iron Knuckle guarded. And here we have another silver, a mere shield. The shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. You can press R to use it. Doesn't that look epic? So now, this is such a curious tool upgrade. We can reflect light or energy. And we have the perfect place to try it. Oh, happy sun. I was half expecting a like to drop out, as they have done before in these small rooms. You found a small key, open a locked door, only in this dungeon. This temple has made me distrustful of treasure rooms. I believe we've just about covered everything on this floor. Making excellent progress. Like any challenge, once you start tackling individual parts, it all comes together. Oh, and And we've already got all the gold sculptulas of this temple. Collect some bombs. Now, doesn't that look a bother? Oh. Oh. No fun. However, this doesn't need to be as hard as it is. Oh, I didn't throw that explosive. And kind of curiously, hiding just out of reach is architecture we'd associate with the water temple. Ooh, I just barely made that. I should have used the hover boots. And we have a... oh no! A change in the scenery pattern here. These sort of... are they skulls? Are they people? Watching from the corners of these rooms? It's curious that we've had Zelda's Lullaby used several times as a way to open a path within this temple. We also saw that in the Shadow Temple, but only in sections of it that I sort of associate with, perhaps, I've theorized that potentially parts of the Shadow Temple are old construction versus new construction. That perhaps the structure has been reused over time. I somewhat wonder the same thing here, because it doesn't feel like Ganondorf's minions would use a song associated with the royal family as a way to lock and secure rooms. Like that perhaps is something that's remained from an older structure use. But like so many questions, I have questions and theories, but no definite answers. Oh, and these doors look a little bit out of place. This pattern actually matches what we've seen in the Forest Temple. And yet it attacks us like something we've seen in the Fire Temple. As well as we saw the Torch Slugs here. This definitely feels like this is witch magic at work. They're twisting things, taking things from some places to other places, and changing the appearance of things. This feels like magic treachery's afoot. But I still don't understand why this room that has the boss key is blocked by needing access to the royal family. So curious. Inside the chamber where the boss lurks. And we climb higher. So curious. we enter this sort of lavishly decorated room that has a striking mirror and chains, along with all these watching faces. And another lizard. And another sun switch. With some bombs. We have a white bubble. Aim for it when it stops. So curious. Red and green bubbles, but now white bubbles. No blue. I guess no, there were blue in the Forest Temple. Red, green, blue, and white. This stone matches the stone we saw when we were scaling the child side of the Spirit Temple. It looks almost like natural stone, like maybe we're at the top of the natural rock that was dominating the wasteland where the whole temple's been carved out of. Like we can see on our map, there should be a door here that isn't. And now there is. Perhaps even a natural cave concealed it. Just dodge the angry pottery. So now we're bringing light all through that twisting corridor of hallways to strike this mirror. So we can finally strike this switch hidden all the way down here. So we can have this grand reveal, putting us right eye level with the Goddess of the Sands. But what to do other than shine some light on this? Hidden in the where I would least expect it is the way forward. Ho ho ho, looks like someone is here, Koume. Hee hee hee, looks like it is Kotake. What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple, ho ho ho. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson, hee hee hee. Oh loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf. Iron Knuckle. Something strange. This is not an ordinary enemy. Not an ordinary enemy? What an entrance! Calling that giant axe out of thin air? It's got mastery of metal. Looks terribly imposing, a giant frame, a good head taller than us, and has access to magic? And hits like a truck. Oh, where am I? Well, well, looks like she's back to normal, Koume. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf a little while longer, ho ho ho. Then we should brainwash her again, hee hee hee. And they're there and gone, and pay us so little attention. So that explains so much of what's happened so far. We knew Naru, when we were a child, she was against Ganondorf, trying to deliberately thwart his plans. But yet, as an adult in the Gerudo fortress, she's referenced as being Ganondorf's follower, a leader of the Gerudo who has a base within the Spirit Temple. And now we see why. The witches are controlling her and using her indirectly to control the Gerudo, all for Ganondorf's bidding. So nefarious, but everything falls into place. But now I think it's time for us to tangle against those witches. And how they effortlessly enter and disappear with so little effort explains how they can leave all of these locked doors throughout the temple. They don't even need to worry about them. And isn't this an imposing space? This grandiose room, covered with innumerable writings, gilded decorations set out, beautifully inlaid floor. A whole setup as though a giant altar. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. We have fire and ice. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul. Sorceress Sisters, Twinrova. Twinrova Koume, Ganondorf's surrogate mother, Sorceress of Flame. She seems vulnerable to low temperature. Ganondorf's surrogate mothers. Sorceress of Ice. She seems vulnerable to high temperature. We know from the Great Owl that we must turn their magic back on themselves. And we have the perfect weapon to do it. No wonder Ganondorf is so terrifying and powerful. Raised by twin witches? Mastery of elemental magic? And also such an epic entrance. Oh, didn't quite catch it. I will burn him to his bone and I will freeze him to his soul. I kind of think the way the witches fly to each other is sort of an idea as they're trying to get away from the direction of the blast. It just happens that I'm uniquely equipped to reflect their magic back. Okay, let's get serious now. Okay, Koume. Double dynamite attack. Twinrova, this is the combined form of Kotake and Koume. Turn their magic attack back at them. As soon as they realize they can't use simple tricks, they change the game. She's giant. What is that, like 20-some feet tall? If Link is 6 feet tall? But not stunned for very long. Shoot, what a fresh kid. This time we'll get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey, Koume, what is it above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head, too! But I'm only 400 years old! I'm just 380 years old! We're twins, don't you try to lie about your age! You must have gone senile! Who are you calling me senile? Is that how you treat your older sister? We're twins. How could you be older? How heartless you are. How can you be so ungrateful? You're ungrateful. You ungrateful. I'll come back to haunt you. They agree on that. And with that, we've defeated the Sorceress Sisters, the surrogates of Ganondorf himself. You have a heart container. You've collected 8 containers in total. We're definitely filling up that bar. Only 5 left. What an epic fight! Such imposing attacks. The fact that we can't really attack them directly, we have to use our own magic against them, is such a shift on the format. And also, what's really striking is the fact that they've been using Nabooru as a brainwashed surrogate to command the Gerudo. It says a lot about the state of the world. Ganondorf doesn't have complete control. He's still using trickery and, in this case, magic in order to keep his reign on various populations. Chamber of the Sages. Kid, let me thank you. Look at what the little kid has become in the past 7 years, a competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? And now I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid? No, Atlas, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. You receive the Spirit Medallion. Nabooru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. I think, especially with Nabooru's case, as well as Ruto, and I guess all of the sages so far, you realize that they're giving up something when they become a sage. This is a responsibility, this is a duty. Sarah gives up her life in the forest, Darunia gives up being the leader of the Gorons, and also gives up his connection to his son. Ruto gives up the life she had thought she had, or potentially planned to have, as well as sacrifice to save her people for when they eventually are freed from under the ice. And now Nabooru, well, I guess also Impa, she's no longer going to be leading Kakariko. And Nabooru, now, she is not returning to her life as a Gerudo, which has already been taken from her once by the witches for 7 years. Now she is rising to the stage and becoming a sage because that's what's needed of her. If only I knew you'd become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. Atlas the hero. Ah, Raoul. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Desert Colossus. Oh, So epic. We now have 6 medallions. The light medallion from Ryrule, forest medallion from Sarah, fire medallion from Darunia, water medallion from Ruto, spirit medallion from Naburu, and the shadow medallion from Impa. We have cleansed all 6 temples of evil and are ready for a confrontation with the King of Evil himself. Exciting, exciting. Well, I hoped you enjoyed coming along for this chapter of this epic story. I think we'll have to call it here for the day, but I hope you had a wonderful time coming along for the ride. And with that, small interruption of that crow, I think I'll catch you in the next chapter. Have a good day now, y'all, and goodbye.